10 years old, the Queen was thrust into the royal spotlight when her uncle abdicated, making her father king. It made Princess Elizabeth first in line to the throne and marked the beginning of a very different life for the young royal. Now, never-before-seen diaries of Princess Elizabeth's friend give us an insight into the future monarch's childhood. The diaries were written by Alethea Fitzalan-Howard, who lived alongside the young princesses Elizabeth and Margaret at Windsor Castle during the Second World War. Alethea joined the two princesses at parties, balls, cinema evenings and picnics with the royal family, capturing their tight-knit bonds. Alethea describes young Princess Elizabeth, or Lilibet, as the most ungossipy person I know. Placid and unemotional, she never desires what doesn't come her way. Always happy in her own family, she never needs the companionship of outsiders, if only she could be drawn out of her shell. In another entry, she writes that Margaret is far and away more the type I would like for the future Queen. She has the frivolity and irresponsibility that Lilibet lacks. The diaries also describe Princess Elizabeth's teenage shyness at a Windsor Castle function where she had to greet RAF officers. Lilibet finds making conversation very difficult. She insisted on bringing the dogs in because she said they were the greatest save.
And Alethea's friend Isabella Naylor Leyland edited the diaries, and she joins us now from London. Isabella, nice to talk to you. How did you get these diaries, and when you first read them, did you think this has got to be published?
Well, Alethea was my husband's aunt, and she died in 2001. And to my great surprise, she left me her diaries. And I started reading them in 2001. It took me about 3 years. And there were 64 of them. That's why it took me 3 years. And over time, it became very obvious to me. She'd mentioned about probably 8 or so times during those volumes that she hoped that they would be recognised and or published. And I'm ashamed to say it's taken me 19 years to get this done, but things got in the way.
You got there in the end, and they really are quite illuminating. A really special insight into the 1940s and also royal life. Alethea writes a lot about just how close the royal family was. Can you describe in a bit more detail their relationships?
Well, I think, do you mean the royal family as opposed to Alethea with the royal family? Or?
Yeah, yes.
Yes. Well, I mean, I think that one of the most endearing entries in the diary, and I'm looking at it now, is in April 1941, they've been just sort of mucking about, making clay horses and playing cards and all the charming, childish things they do together. And she's in a room with the two princesses, and I quote, "They said something about Philip." So I said, "Who's Philip?" And Lilibet said, "He's called Philip of Greece." And they both burst out laughing. And I asked why, knowing quite well. And Margaret said, "Well, we can't tell you." But Lilibet said, "Yes, we can. And can you keep a secret?" And that was a very charming excerpt from it. And she goes on to say, "One blissful summer's day we spent with the princesses, the king and Queen Elizabeth." And she writes enviously of 4 people who mean everything to each other, whose lives form one spiritual whole, independently of the aid of all outsiders or even relations. So she does paint a very close-knit picture of a very happy family.
Yes.